Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here. Welcome to another 10-minute mix challenge. This challenge is a sort of bonus one at the end. If you were doing this as part of my daily practice routine, then this mix challenge may not come up all the time. It would depend on the month, as we do one a week. Not every month is going to have this one in here. So I sort of consider this a bit of a bonus one. And that's why there's not a great deal of detail about what you do in it. Basically, this one is about being creative. So we've got our fundamentals going. We have our preparation done. We have our volume and panning done. We have our EQ and compression done. We have our reverb and delay done. And we've done some automation. So I could use this 10-minute mix challenge to go and finish some of those things like automation and that, but I'm not going to because I want to just stick with those 10 minutes as they were. So in this one here, we can do lots of different things. To give you an idea of what we might do is we might play with some extra effects. We might put some special effects like flanges or something onto the guitar tracks. We might duplicate some tracks and try and thicken things up with some parallel compression or anything else that you feel that the song could really do with that you can do in the 10 minutes. Okay, so again, it's about looking for some obvious quick wins here to get in that 10 minutes. It's not about necessarily the finer details. If you're happy with your mix as it is and you're ready to do the finer details, then sure, do that in this 10 minutes. But we're still looking for the major components here. We're still looking for the big details that are going to make this song sound very different than when we first started. Okay, we're going to look finer details. Again, I would leave out of the mix challenges because once we finish with this one here, basically we are done with the mix challenges and the mix is 80 to 90% done. Then you just take your time to do those little tweaks here and there to get the mix where you want it to, review the mix in different locations, make sure you're checking everything, that sort of stuff. That's going to go backwards and forwards. And that's where you're going to spend a bit of time, and you're probably going to be a little bit obsessive then about what you're going to do and cleaning things up and doing things 100%. Okay, but majority of your work and the majority of the sound of the mix should already be locked in by the time we finish this. So again, like the other videos, I'm going to start a timer for 10 minutes and I'm not going to talk and I'm just going to go away and do a few things. So I'm going to try some things that might be interesting. They may not work. That's all part of this being creative, is you're going to try lots of things and they may not work and some will work. So that's a matter of playing with it. What you try is totally up to you. So I'm just going to go away and try a few things and we'll see what comes out of it. So I won't be talking again and I will just get into it.
and I can't get enough. No, never enough. Feel all is good, and all I need is you, baby. And I can't get enough. No, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. You make me feel all is good, and all I need is you, baby. I can't get enough, no, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else can. Feel all is good, and all I need is you, baby. And I can't get enough, no, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. You make me feel all is good, and all I need is you. I can't get enough, no, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, all is good. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. When I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make make me feel good when no one else could. You make me feel, 'cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. You make me feel, 'cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could.
Okay, so the timer's gone off. I think we got a fair bit done in there, some creative stuff. Not sure if everything worked the way I wanted it to, but we got a fair bit done. So let's sort of just quickly flick through what we did. So on the lead guitar tracks, I added a phase mistress there just to add a little bit of texture to the leads. Not all of them. So obviously I did it on 1 and 3, which were very similar. Didn't do it on 2, which was more of a cleaner one. So I left that, sorry, other way around. So 1 and 2 I did, and 3 I left alone. On the doubled vocal track here, because it's a stereo track, but it was still coming out as mono, I put this side 1 to plug in on. So what that does is it simulates a bit more stereo, and it actually widens the field of the vocal. So it takes a mono sound and pushes it more to be stereo. So that adds it makes it wider to the way I wanted it in the first place. So we have one vocal down the middle, and the other one's panned slightly left and right. We also added a few more elements to the vocal track there. So I added a parallel compression track here, which you would have seen going on. So that was basically squashing the vocals there. And I'm just blending a little bit of that in with the main one, just to make it a bit more powerful, a bit more thicker, and not sound as thin as it was. I also added another stereo delay here, which I'm not 100% sold on yet. It would take a little bit more work and a little bit more listening for that one. But I did an echo boy on this one and automated that to come in the breakdown section. But you'll also notice that I put a reverb plug in after the delay to sort of wash the delay out a bit, so it wasn't such an obvious just ping pong delay there. We sort of washed it out. So the other thing you might have noticed that I did too, because I felt this was something that really needed to be done in the song, because it was something that was quite obvious, and the vocals is quite a powerful thing. But I actually went in and tuned the vocals. Now with Cubase, they have an inbuilt tuner here called Very Audio. So you may have to load a plugin like Melodyne or Auto-Tune or something like that. And it depends on how critical you felt it is to the mix. I felt it was quite critical at this stage because there was a few notes there. Again, I would still need to go through this and check what it's done. I just did a very basic pass through of just getting Very Auto to analyze it, and then I just selected all the notes, quantized it pretty high, and just did a tiny bit of straightening. Now, normally then what I would do is play this through with the double, and then I would listen to make sure that it got the notes correct. Sometimes these tuning plugins get the notes wrong. They actually go the wrong way and take it more out of tune. So you need to listen for those. So obviously I didn't have time to do that in the 10 minutes. So I would do that normally if I was coming back to fine tune this. But I just felt that both of the audio tracks just needed a bit of tuning just to help it along a little bit as a very quick pass. So I did that on both of the vocal tracks just to get them a little bit more in tune and get some of those notes that didn't quite make it. And that's pretty much it. That's where we got to. That's about all I could get done. There's a lot of other things I would like to try. I would like to do parallel compression on the drums. I would like to do parallel compression maybe on the bass. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but obviously we were limited to 10 minutes, so I went through and went for the obvious things that I could clearly hear and that I really wanted to work on. Again, a lot of it was on the vocal mainly and on the lead guitar parts because they were all the main elements of the song. They're all the obvious things that you're going to hear, so that's what I concentrated on. So give that one a shot on your mix as well, and hopefully by the end of this one you'll have a really good sounding mix that has gotten you, almost to the end of getting your mix. So it's not perfect, but it's damn good, and your next steps will be to fine tune that. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.